YouTube. Long time no see. I thought I would get back into doing these videos after a break. That wasn't entirely intended break. Today I thought I would talk about something I've been finding useful in terms of how I think about things recently, which is what I think of as internal toddler theory. Um, and um, let me first talk about the prompting example, which made me think of this originally, which is how it's going for a walk is a really good way to have useful constructive thoughts. Like you go for a walk and you and it's so much easier to think and sort of to lose yourself in thought while moving and to go for than it is while just sitting still. And sitting still feels like you end up with a lot of nervous energy. You sort of want to get up and pace. You want to move about basically, and this is very distracting from thinking. And another example of a similar pattern I've found is how it's much easier to have a conversation when doing something with your hands. It's when you've got some form of shared activity. It's like this enables a lot of good conversations that are hard to have on the own. Like I talk much better to people when I'm cooking than I do when just sort of sitting across the table from them or whatever. And this brings us to internal toddler theory. The If you've ever sort of interacted with a toddler at about the right age, there's a mode they get into where they really want to be useful. Like you're doing a thing, and the toddler wants to help, and the problem is that they're not very good at it, right? They're a toddler. That's sort of the nature of toddlers, is that they're not very good at helping. They haven't yet picked up the relevant skills. They're small. They're just manifestly unsuited to the task of helping at what you're actually trying to do. But they really wanna. And if you don't give them something to do, they will be bored. They will pester you. They will generally be like the opposite of helpful. They will, in their desire to help, they will make your life 10 times harder. And so what you do is you give them something that is nominally useful and is safe for them to do and doesn't get in the way of your actual task. You'll say, okay, you go peel these carrots, and they will peel the carrots worse and slower than you would do. They will occasionally need your assistance, and so it's still a more work getting them to do this than it would be if they just weren't there at all. But like they're a toddler, they're not going to spontaneously stop existing in pure convenience. And my sort of theory is that a lot of the time, like parts of us are acting as toddlers in this regard. Like the reason why thinking is so much easier while you're walking is partly that your body is toddlering when you're doing this. When you're not doing this, like you're sitting around and just like, I want to do something. I'm bored. Or give me something to do. Can I help? Can I help? I want to be helpful. And so the walk is essentially going, okay, body, your job is to walk. Your job is to do the walking while I do the thinking. It's really helpful. Super good job, buddy. Well done. And this goes in the opposite direction too. Like there's a lot of stuff where, like if you look at sort of sports advice, for example, a lot of it is about getting your conscious mind to like out of the loop. It's like you cannot verbally think through what to do with the tennis ball is coming flying at you. You just have to actually hit the tennis ball. And I don't know about sports, so this is a bad analogy to start with. But what I've found for a lot of tasks is that like using a video or a podcast or something, where my I can essentially like let the physical task happen without my conscious intervention. But I really need to give something that is enough for the conscious mind to focus on. So, like watching a video can be the equivalent of um, going for a walk when the primary thing to focus on is physical. It's essentially giving the conscious mind a sort of a toddler style task to get it out of the way of the thing you actually need to do right now. So yeah, that's toddler theory, internal toddler theory, and I will hopefully see you soon in another video. Take care. Bye.